Alright. Hello, everybody, and welcome to an amazing match, which I have actually never seen. I saw the result when it happened, and I went, oh, cool. And people said, no, not just oh, cool. This was a very fun, action-packed series. You have to cast it. But it came in at a time where I had so many replays to cast, so many awesome games. I never got around to it. And I was recently looking for good matches to cast, and I was like, man, I love good Terran versus Zerg matches that are hard fought. People are like, you know what, you never cast Heromarine down here in the bottom right, representing mouse, versus Clash's REYNOR in the top left. This is from Aces Rog. So it was about a month and a half from when I'm casting this. A month and a half ago. Balance, of course, much the same for those who only want to watch the games that happened this week. Sorry, guys. You're going to have to just buckle up and say, you know what? This is over a week ago. It's changed. It's gone. But you know what? It's still bloody good StarCraft. So let's take a look at it. It is REYNOR in the top left, a light shade to kick off. It's a best of 5. This was the quarterfinals, by the way. And Heromarine, of course, I think in recent history has gone from, oh, he's very good. He makes the semifinals and then gets popped, to regularly beating REYNOR, Clem. Has he beaten Cyril yet in recent history? I'd love to see if Jamie, can we look that one up, please, quickly? When I say Jamie, I mean anyone in Twitch chat who's bothered. Wrigglinium, if you're around, our stats man, let me know. But I feel like Cyril has always been the perfect matchup versus Heromarine. But the fact that he started beating REYNOR and Clem is massive. So we'll see exactly how they go head to head. REYNOR still comes in as the favorite. He's the reigning world champ. There's no ifs or buts about it. But I think you go back 6 months, maybe a year, and it's like, we'll be lucky if Heromarine takes a map. The modern Heromarine definitely looking much better. Wrigglinium appears, pokes his head out. He says, what am I looking for? Has Heromarine beaten Cyril in the last 6 months? So I know he started beating Clem and REYNOR in a lot of online stuff. No kills just yet. Good micro on the Reaper, though. REYNOR's going to take that triangle third up to the right, but he's busy microing right now. Third base goes down. 340 minerals, not bad. And he obviously wants to put a tumor down. Puts it down in a pretty conservative location. Out to the left. That's interesting. Where he puts that, he's going to spread it south and put another tumor up here to go to the right, I guess. Interesting. Reaper still just hanging around, seeing what's going on. Fully pulled off gas there. And a third command center on the way for Heromarine. So Heromarine's playing this one gas style. He pulled the mule off so that it wouldn't accidentally mine an extra 25 minerals. You know, I always wonder when I see that if they've pulled it off a trip too early. So the reason they do that, guys, is because normally what happens is if you don't, we'll try to check in on this mule in 50 seconds, just after 4 minutes. Basically, it'll mine the minerals, but then it won't return it in time. It'll die just as it returns it, and bam, that 25 minerals doesn't get dropped off at the command center, basically disappears. So you just kind of, every mule you drop, if you don't micro that, you're reducing the minerals by 25 on your base for no good reason. So it's one of those things in the early game when you don't have too much else to focus on, the top players like to just pull that mule off just before it mines that last trip, and let it kind of die out in the open. Now, REYNOR is going to jump on top of this Reaper, but it gets out of there. Hellion's on the way, doesn't want to chase it down and lose them. And the Overlord's going to come in, and it's going to see this command center. So he knows exactly what he's up against, sees the starport there with the tech lab, and watching the mule, guys. So this is what I'm talking about. So yeah, he's going to mine that last bit. And then he dies with the minerals in his hands. I think he finished mining the 25 minerals there as well. So that one, Heromarine didn't micro it off, and he just lost 25 minerals off his base. If this sounds pedantic and like it's not that big a deal, it's because, yeah, it's not. You're right, guys. It's just cool to see that players are so aware of, hey, I have extra actions in the early game. I'm actually going to focus on doing that sometimes. And then when other things take their priority, they just kind of deprioritize it. And that's like a really common thing in pro players. Higher level players are so good at reshuffling their priorities. Mental flexibility has actually been shown in studies to be the #1 thing. Your ability to swap between different mental tracks and modes and plans, and to kind of just drop a plan and pick up a new one very quickly is something that StarCraft players excel at. It's not actually active problem solving so much as it is picking which kind of strategy or tool you're going to use. Zergling there at the front being annoying. Yeah, another mule. Now I'm so focused on these mules, guys. Not again! Yeah, I think that finished mining the 25 was about to turn around and it died again. Oh no. That's so funny. I never have done that. I've never pulled a mule off before the last trip. For me, I'm just like, I don't care. I do not care. It's not worth my small brain and my low APM. But interesting to see. The fuck? Battlecruiser and Stim? The fuck am I looking at right now? What? What the... Heromarine hasn't lost a unit by... He's playing Bio, guys. This is not a fake Stim. He's playing Bio. He's playing 3 battlecruisers into Bio? Oh my god! And he's going to teleport the first BC. The queens are ready, though. Ooh. Oh, no transfuse. Okay. REYNOR a little slow on the transfuse, but Heromarine, of course, was expecting it to go down, so he was already backing away. Hellion's trying to be annoying at the same time. He's actually going to kill that creep tumor with this Hellion splash if he can get a few more shots off. Oh, watch out. Oh, he focuses the Banelings. Very good focus fire. Does mean the Lings get a nice surround on him, though. Battlecruiser's going to pull on back here. Hellions will back on out. He's still lost so few units, guys. REYNOR does keep the 4th base alive, though. Wait. So he's going up to 5 barracks, but he's also building a 2nd factory. So he's just rushing to the Widowmine stage of the game now. Wow, what an interesting style here from Heromarine. So the idea is he's going to go for at least 2, probably 3 BCs. Okay, just 2. 2 BCs with Yamato, and these are just going to be an annoyance. They're going to be a harassment squad, and not just that, REYNOR thinks he's playing against mech. He's dropping a Roach Warren, because he's like, yeah, it's BCs, there's a big pack of Hellions, this is definitely mech. He's going to see these Marines and be in for a surprise. Let's watch this from REYNOR's view. He sees those Marines. He sees a factory out the front. He starts Carapace. He knows he's playing against Bio. He definitely does now. Starts melee Carapace, cancels his Roach Warren, and puts a Hydra Den down. But he's already droned above 80 workers, which is kind of dangerous, but I guess the BCs are so expensive, it's actually fine. The Hellions, ooh, finally! Those Hellions that have been a thorn in his side all game long to get taken out. REYNOR accidentally A-clicks on a creep tumor there. Yamato kills 2 queens. Once again, the queen, the battlecruiser attacks. Basically, the way battlecruisers work is this costs 1,400 resources, 700 each for the battlecruisers. That's a ton of money, not to mention the tech and the time it took to get them out. The Yamato cannon, the fusion core, all that stuff. It adds up to maybe a 1,800 resource investment, right? The thing is, every Yamato, bam, there's 150 minerals. Bam, there's 150 minerals. Every Overlord they pick off, every couple of Zerglings or drones they kill, 50 minerals, 25 minerals, 100 minerals. And the idea with the battlecruiser is each time you repair it, it costs very little money to repair it. To get it from 1 hit point to full hit points costs 25% of its original cost. Yeah, you lose a little bit of mining time, but that's fine. So the whole idea here is you never lose the battlecruisers, and you just keep trading. And every minute, you Yamato a queen, you Yamato a corruptor, you kill some drones, teleport away. So it's just this thing which over time, it gets value. And the trick is, if you ever lose them, it kind of undoes the whole point of it. And the other thing that you got to keep in mind is, ooh, that's in the fog, nice sneaky drop. The other thing you got to keep in mind is it's going to force more anti-air. It will eventually, it's going to keep your opponent having either a lot of queens or a lot of corruptors or a lot of hydras, units which they usually don't want to be using. So the battlecruisers kind of forces the Zerg to put a bunch of army into things they don't really want to use. 4th base going out right now for him. He's got a double drop in the top, double drop in the main. Drop the bot, drop the top, drop the top, drop the bot. The Hydras are there though. REYNOR with the prep. Ooh, he knew exactly what was going to happen. Gets one of the full medevacs on the way out. And those queens going to come on forward. Battlecruisers. Where's the Yamato, mate? Doesn't want to take the damage just yet. And oh, I see why. It was bait. It was bait. Oh, those big booty bitches. Did you see that battlecruiser maneuver? Those big booty BCs, those big BBCs, those big booty battlecruisers. They shook. That's the word I'm looking for. They shook their booties, and the Zerg came running. Those queens just wanted to fight those battlecruisers, and it was a giant bait. He gets every single queen. He does lose a lot of drops on his side, but dude, look at how bad Hydras are at fighting this. Hydras are so bad versus BCs. He just lost all of his queens. Look at this BC, it's just picking everything off. It's picking everything off, man. Oh, dude, units lost tab looking great there. Both battlecruisers are still alive. He can repair them. He can continue doing his thing. Did lose maybe a few more Marines than he would have liked, right? 2 medevacs, 30 Marines. He lost quite a few. And he did forget his +2 armor upgrade. Ooh, that's a little bit of a problem for Heromarine. He's now pushing the north side of the map with Biotank. He knows he's going to be going up against Hydra Lurker, but he's not letting those upgrades and those Hive Tech units kick in. Giant backstab for REYNOR, though. But there's tank BC there. Dude, the BCs will clean this up. He might kill the SCVs, though. He might kill the SCVs. Heromarine's running away. Oh, at the same time, Heromarine's killed a base on the other side of the map. But all the drones evacuated for REYNOR, so this gets held. But the battle cruisers are trying to push in. Heromarine's like, hey, I killed a base. I got to go deeper. I got to get another base here because he knows how flexible Zerg is and they can just pull drones away. But REYNOR abandoning these 2 top bases. He's trying to take one in the bottom, but that means he's back to his original 3 bases, which is not a good position. And notice how Heromarine spreads his unit. Marauders up front, Marines in the back. 90 drones for REYNOR. If he can reestablish control here, he will be in a good spot. I can feel a sneeze coming on. That's why I'm doing this. Hot trick if you've never tried it, guys. Hold your finger up underneath your nose. Stops you from sneezing. Pro gamer tips. Doesn't always work. Usually does, though. Biotank. Oh! Okay, yeah, Zerglings can't find a way in. Look at the battle cruisers, man. 20 kills on this one. The other battle cruisers up top with 15. Vipers are going to come forward, though. If you've got enough Hydras... Oh, he's got no anti-air. He can't kill the battle cruisers. He's trying to deal with the Biotank. But it's actually the battle cruisers that are the problem. Half the army picks up, goes into the main base. Uh-oh, where's the lurkers? Where's the Link Bane? These spores weren't on the edges. He's going to try and parasitic bomb. Ooh, great. Double parasitic bomb there. Now, they don't stack damage. It just makes it harder to dodge. Does save 16 Marines. Yeah, he does. 20 supply worker units getting out. The battle cruisers out front going to have a little bit of a partay on these Hydra's face. The Vipers with a duct might help out. I mean, these battle cruisers don't even have any upgrades. Oh, he loses one. Got a bit overeager. The Hydras have +2 carapace, which is why they were able to actually do not too terribly. Battle cruisers only now getting +1 armor. +2 bio armors on the way. No +3 weapons started just yet, while 3-3 is well underway. So Heromarine is going to fall behind on the upgrades a little bit, but REYNOR did lose that top base, lost a lot of creep control. 91 drones versus 73 SCVs. And this next fight's going to be very crucial. Big backstab in the bottom. Oh, Heromarine's got to run those SCVs quick. Banelings taking out the depots, trying to open this up. Fight in the middle. Ooh, those lurkers. Oh, there's still a red hit point lurker there that's doing a lot. Oh, I think this is all very good trades for REYNOR. Is it, though? He does lose a few Vipers. He has only killed 6 SCVs. Maybe not the best trade for him. So the Banelings and the Bio decide to both live to fight another day. Planetary in the top. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th base taken. He does need a few more orbitals if he wants to go to the late game, man. Nidus Worm there. Overseer there. Triple drop's going to go past the Nidus Worm. Uh-oh. Does Heromarine realize? Does REYNOR realize? Battlecruiser is going to chase off this Baneling run by. Clear the creep up a little bit. He hasn't repaired it, though. Shit's going to hit the fan potentially in the near future. He wants to try to stim in and get this base, but the Ling Bane in position after that Overseer spots it. Nidus to counter it. Heromarine. Heromarine. Oh, he's supply blocked. He drops Depot. Oh, no. He's busy picking up. He doesn't know about the Nidus Worm. He doesn't know. Is there anything in it? What's in there? Ling Lurker running forward. Hydras will clean up the BC. Ling's Lurker's going to pop out there. Ling Bane rolls in there. Oh, my God. Never say REYNOR isn't a kind and compassionate lover. Oh my lord, he hits all the G-spots at once, simultaneously. He's like a 6-handed Terran pleasure wizard. Jesus, god damn, Heromarine instantly has to tap out. That was brutal 4-pronged assault. GG. Alright. That last game was a tricky strategy from his opponent, and I felt like this guy was maybe losing the game, but stabilized. And damn, that 4-pronged attack turned things around very quickly. This is Clash's REYNOR. Bottom left side, we've got Mouse Heromarine. In the red, my man. So it's going to be Oxide. Pretty good map for Terran, great for pushes. And if Zerg's inefficient, they run out of money. Because they only get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases. 6 bases each, 12 aside. And even mining out this one can be a bit nasty, right? Because it's a bit far forward. So sometimes you even lose control of that base or this base, depending on which side you focus your defenses on. So it's actually very hard if the game goes past a certain point for the Zerg to win. That being said, it's REYNOR. He doesn't necessarily need to let it go that far. But that is a win condition on Oxide, is as the Terran weather the storm and drag it out, play ghosts, play libs, play late game. It's really weird, that style in that last game. I really feel the bait on the Queens was so good, but it's so hard to actually finish REYNOR. REYNOR is a player where I actually think he's much more dangerous than Serral. It's funny because Heromarine started beating REYNOR. I don't think he started beating Serral yet. I don't know if we ever got feedback on that stat yet in chat. If there was feedback on that, please let me know. Yeah. Oh, we had an update, guys. Serral is 21 wins, 3 losses versus Heromarine. And I don't know when the wins are for Heromarine, though. Heromarine and REYNOR is much closer to 50-50. We have a stats update there. Okay, cool. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I don't know if any of the wins were recently. Did he start beating Serral? No. So none of those 3 wins were recent, Wriggle. Because if one of those wins is recent and they've only played once or twice in the last year, then that's obviously very statistically relevant. That's why just repeating their overall head-to-head doesn't tell us that much. Wriggle, my stats man just keeps spamming 21-3 in chat. He's like, no, 21-3. Nope. I'm like, Ree. Yeah, Heromarine's been playing really well. But the thing is, they're both head-on players, right? Heromarine last beat Serral in a best of 3 in 2019. Oh, that's rough. Okay, 2 years. Probably longer than 2 years since we are getting towards the tail end of 2021. So the thing is, Heromarine's a head-on player, but recently he's become a bit more able to play more multi-prong, more diverse, take some more risks with his play a little bit more free-flowing. We've had a few people in chat say, I actually think that Heromarine has a mental block versus REYNOR. Seems like he just can never beat him. I don't know why Heromarine can never beat Serral or REYNOR. So he's actually been beating REYNOR a fair bit recently, guys. It hasn't happened in, I think, a DreamHack Masters. So in the biggest event that all our eyeballs are on, which is why it's easy to have that perception. But if you follow these smaller online comps, as well as here at ASUS, obviously this is a pretty good match so far. You're seeing kind of, there are tournaments. I think he might have won a TSL series versus REYNOR, which is still a very big event. I think it just hasn't been the DreamHack Masters where he was able to win. So you got to remember that those guys are absolutely insane. And REYNOR also has the best Terran versus Zerg versus Terran in the world. Now, obviously, it's not always switched on. There are times when people get him, especially if he's not used to playing against a certain style. But if you go to Katowice and you look at that best version of REYNOR, he made Maru look like an absolute slouch for the first 8 to 9 minutes of every game, maybe 10 minutes. Maru looked like he could not hold an effing candle to REYNOR. Now, what was interesting is Maru turtled up and came back from way behind in the first 2 games of their best of 5. He was so far behind, right? And I think that was fascinating because we saw REYNOR just didn't know how to kill a Terran who had no intention of moving out and just sat behind walls and tanks and planetaries, ghosts, libs, and he just couldn't, and REYNOR didn't know what to do. And then he had to change his style up, and then he bopped him. But the fact of the matter was, REYNOR was so disgustingly far ahead against Maru in the early game that I was like, it was shocking. I've never seen someone get that far ahead that early, that consistently versus Maru. It was wild. Like, REYNOR was bopping every Terran he played in that tournament. So the fact that Heromarine always makes the games at least kind of close is cool. But maybe he was lacking that, oh no, I'm just going to turtle up. I'm going to play a completely different style. And I think also in the past, he used to feel he had to gamble a little bit more. I don't know if it's just he's hit a new point of understanding or his skill developed, but it feels like Heromarine does kind of go to the next step of the game now, right? Like, he's like, no, I'll actually take a third. I don't feel like he used to do so many of those 8 racks Marine tank all-ins where he's like, well, if you kill my first push, I maybe have one more push in me, but it's super desperate, and I never take gas on my third, I never take a fourth base, and basically I've just got to kill you with one big push. And the Zerg's just got too good at stopping all that stuff. So I think he's evolved a bit. He's gone Hellion Banshee, 3cc this time. No pressure on him to really do damage. Well, that's a bad Spore, guys. Oh, there's an Overseer, it's fine. Perfect Spore, actually, in this case, where the Overseer covers the inside. If he didn't have the Overseer, the Banshee could just go there and kill a bunch of drones, be very annoying. Whoa, Ling run by! Oh, REYNOR! Oh, he's so dangerous with these guys. It always feels like Serral has to really plan and premeditate his Ling run bys, whereas REYNOR, you know, he just feels it. He just feels it. He's like, yeah, let's see if this works. Let's go. He's always feeling opportunities to be super greedy or super aggressive, and that's what makes him so dangerous, is because he's a bit more unpredictable. And behind a move like that, sometimes by the time you get across the map, you clean it up, he's got a fully saturated fourth base, he's on 85 workers, and you're like, dude, isn't this greedy? And he's got more Banelings rolling into your natural. So REYNOR's much more willing than Serral to play the game of, I will be a mixture of very aggressive and very greedy, whereas Serral doesn't like taking risks. Serral will realize, hey, if you do this, and he punishes you immediately, while dealing with your run by with just his reinforce, like, you might just die. You might just lose the game. REYNOR's like, looks at it and says, dude, I have a 2% chance of getting abused at that point. Why would I not take that risk? There's so much to be gained. So REYNOR the gambler, you know, he's a I don't know, he's like a Southern general, you know. Serral's the guy who's like, no, we have more money, we are the North, and we will eventually win if we take no risks. And I think, you know, depending on the opponent and the situation, both styles can look way better than the other one or way worse. And it's always interesting to see. I mean, let's be real. I think the Southern, if I remember my American Civil War history, which I have very little knowledge of, I believe the Southern generals were just way better, right? For like the first however long. I think they were kicking their ass. They just had less stuff. Question is, I guess, does Serral get that much more stuff? Because his engagements are pretty perfect. So maybe that's a poor analogy. It's just they're always front-on engagements, aren't they? And that's where Serral does get in trouble sometimes, where it's like, dude, surround, do a backstab. And I actually think the big difference between Serral in the last 2 years is that his opponents are so much better. That's the main thing. But what that results in is he doesn't get to surround his opponent. Serral in 2018, if you go back and just look at a montage of all of his fights, so many surrounds. So many times where he'd set up a 3-4 pronged surround and just kick ass. He is often attacking from one angle these days. But anyway, that's different players. For now, guys, Heromarine denying the edge bases, keeping him on 4 base, even a Widow Mine there to be super irritating. Trying to go Infestation Pit is REYNOR. He's on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gases. He's trying to play Ultras by the looks of it. He could go Lurkers. Is he taking a 6th gas? He needs another gas if he wants to play Lurkers, I think. So this could be an Ultra style for REYNOR. Still hasn't put down a Hydra down, so yeah, definitely looks like Ultraling Bane. Units lost tab looks great again for Heromarine. Looks like the Banshee just went down there. I think that's what that was. One Banshee on the left, still there. Banshee's really good for just dealing with run-bys. Losing the Banshee on the right is a big bummer, because now this Ling Bane could flank him. Could come in from the right side, deny the 4th. Of course, REYNOR does not know about Heromarines 4th floating down. The Hive starts up there. Ling Bane on the left, Ling Bane on the right. He's waiting for Heromarine to overstep. 2 Widow Mines there. Good hot pickup, good Widow Mine hits. Clears a lot of the Ling Bane. Saves most of the Marines from the splashy. Double drop on the right side, still hanging out. He's got to push this creep back, dude. REYNOR's creep is disgusting. As Heromarine right now, you feeling the oppression of this creep. Any moment where you're not somewhere on the map, creep fills it. It's this like endlessly expanding, it's like quickfire, you know? It's like those magical quickfires in video games where it's like you let that shit out of the box, you know, it's gonna burn down the entire city. Oh shit! Oh my god. Okay, Banshee's gonna go down, loses the other Banshee. That's a problem, man. Banshees are so good for dealing with those run-bys. If you can keep those alive, it's great. But that just shows how good REYNOR is at pushing the creep forward, getting this map control. Ling Bane still split on multiple sides. He's going to come in from the left and the right at the same time. It's a big surround on a half of the army of Heromarine. A great cleanup. Heromarine wants to punish. He thrusts forward. Burrow Bane's unable to detonate there. And he's going to dive. That's a double stim. I don't think this is a good fight, guys. I don't think this works for Heromarine unless he gets a magic Widow Mine, which has not happened yet. Oh! Oh! big Widow Mines, and he got 13 drones. He's got more supply. He's got a 4th going up into a planetary behind it. Maybe that was actually worth it. I was like, there's no way this works. But Heromarine realizing, hey, if you grab your whole army to surround, I've got to punish you for that. And even though he was a little slow to do it, he finds the damage. He's going to send a Widow Mine drop down the left side of the map. Regrouping. 3 more barracks going down. They're going to get tech labs. That will add Marauder and Ghost production to beef out his army. He's got 2 factories pumping. They're all building Widow Mines right now. Marines. Ooh-wee. Oh, ooh-wee. Geez, that's a lot of Zerg. I don't know if you want to go that deep on creep, Heromarine. You gotta watch out. There's a lot of Banelings, big game. Ow! Ooh, he did take a few nasty hits there. Liberator sieged up on the right side as well. He's gonna get 4 or 5 workers. We don't mind dropping the left, still just chilling. Ooh! Looks like the Bio and Baneling still skirmishing. He's lost 83 Marines for 175 Zergings, 22 Banelings. Liberator does get cleaned up. Ooh, he F2'd the Widow Mine drop. He just did a pig, guys. He was like, yeah, he forgot about the Widow Mine drop and F2'd it to his army, unfortunately. It is what it is. It happens. And he realizes, thankfully. Let's bring up those control groups, shall we? Sorry, wrong button. There we go. That's on group 9. He's got main army 1, libs on 2. So libs are his specialty siege unit here. Surprised he's not using Widow Mines on it, but whatevs. Lurker's about to be out. The Lurkers are here, guys. Seismic Spines, the range upgrades on the way. Heromarine does not want to attack any of those. He wants to rotate probably to the left or the right. Find a fight elsewhere. He's trying to just bait REYNOR into bad engages. Liberators getting abducted by the Queens. Very nice. Parasitic Bomb in the Medivacs as well. Ow! Ow! Oof. Fucking bees, man. Those bees go right in the air exhausts on those Medivacs and they start biting the soldiers within. And Widow Mines. Ooh, not bad. Not nearly as good as it could have been. But he will drop in that base as well. Drop it! Drop it like a tar. And he will get another 2 or 3 workers. Not bad, not bad. And it's just, you know, it's just little problems for REYNOR to deal with. He will clean it all up. Double drop of Marines down the left. These 2 Banelings, still a little bit of space between them. Not very well positioned, but it is what it is. Oh, the scan barely misses them. Barely misses them. They could be a game changer later on, guys. Has a Nidus been built? No, it has not. There's an Overseer in your base. But you know what? What's happening? Oh, 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 big fight. But supplies are still high. It looks like, oh my God, there's so much going on. REYNOR says, fuck your face. I will fucking die. Heromarine says, okay, dickhead, you want to escalate the aggression? I'll escalate the aggression too. 2 can play at that game, Mr. Multi-Prong. Oh, he's trying to burrow Banes, but they're too close. That's blocking the command center. REYNOR gives away what he's done. Heromarine will oh no, it's not blocking it. Oh, those drilly boys. Don't go back to work. Don't go back to work. Don't go back to work, boys. No. Not like this. Not like, no, no. Oh, he realized. Okay. Oh, he's a good workplace boss, isn't he? Oh, and he's got some Widow Mines up there helping versus there's a... Revenge? Revenge? No, no revenge. Okay. Okay, Ling Lurker here, having a bit of fun, mate. Having a bit of fun. And, okay. There's not much to defend on that left side. Liberators there. Marines cannot take any hits. The Ling's too far ahead, though. Oh, he just lost both Vipers to snipe. Parasitic Bomb hits a medevac, but a good spready there from Big Gabe, showing his gymnastics pedigree as always, as a good Terran player must. 3-3 upgrades about to kick in for Terran. That will give him a slight edge in the upgrades for just a short while. +3 carapace on the way, but no melee or range upgrades coming in. Lurker's getting sniped down. That command center looks like it will fall on the right side as Lings dive the left. Ow! Oh, he's losing 20 SCVs and an orbital on the right. Attempting to get towards the Iron Bank of Bravos is Heromarine, but already losing one of those bonus orbitals, 20 SCVs, and REYNOR's a rich lad. Remember, REYNOR is on a timer though, guys. We've entered that zone where as good as this last minute looks for REYNOR, we're getting to late game, we're getting to the latter stage, there's ghosts out. If he can't keep the momentum up, look at the units lost tab. Unless he can mine this base at the bottom right, which I heavily doubt, creep there, burrowed Zerglings. I mean, in the end, he can't trade like this or he will lose in the long run. Lurkers get surrounded by Marine Marauder. Luckily for REYNOR, they are permanently stimmed siege tanks with obscene mobility. But, oh, he doesn't get the base! Oh, the Widow Mine splashies. Not bad, mate. Not bad. Does manage to clean those. Did he just... Holy crap, instant rewind. Instant rewind. Sorry, guys. He didn't have detection. Look at what REYNOR does here. Okay, so this is a great little fight from both sides. REYNOR barely saving the hatchery, but I missed it. Look at what happens here. REYNOR can't see them, so he just attacked his own Zergling. There was 3 Widow Mines there. He put a Zergling in the middle of them, attacked them with all of his lurkers, killed his own Zergling, killed all 3 Widow Mines without having detection. You savage, REYNOR. These guys are so good, man. Now, at any point, that Nidus Worm could come into play. It's in the back of the natural. There is a few lurkers there. You don't want to pop it now, though. He's like, dude, this Overseer's been in the main for so long that hopefully Gabe just doesn't realize it. We'll wait with it, wait with it. Ah, damn it, Gabe realized. So a bit of a bummer there for REYNOR. He'll have to put a new spotter in position. He does have that top left and bottom right base going down at the same time. Okay. Ghost count's too high, though. I honestly think there's still a bit of fragility here for Heromarine. Only 52 SCVs, but his army supply is great. I don't know if you can break this. He's gonna go for it. Hydras will get one of the libs. There's a lot of ghosts in the back there, though. There's a lot of ghosts. The Lings are getting the SCVs, but he's losing lurkers. Oh no! Biggest Gabus! Okay, his ghosts fortunately do spread. They do spread. It looks like the Lings are trying to burrow back there. Parasitic Bomb killing a lot of medevacs. Does snipe only 1 or 2 lurkers. They actually got out of that snipe range. And look, he's forcing scans at home. REYNOR is channeling the most annoying version of himself here. He's like, please don't check, please don't check. Nidus in the main. He's got a new Overseer there, Nidus in the main. He's ready to unburrow Zergs. Zerglings there. He's going to distract with the Zerglings. He reburrows some of them. Meanwhile, a giant attack on the... Oh, REYNOR's got it. REYNOR's got it. He's just too good, man. He's out positioning him. He gets the planetary. Snipes are going to punish a lot of those lurkers, but the base goes down. There's lurkers in the main. He burrows one of those lurkers. These Lings come back in on that base. He does need to burrow the other lurker as well. I mean, honestly, this is just too much damage, I think, even though he's not being super cost efficient with it. I mean, for TVZ, this is super cost efficient. In fact, I would say more Nidus Worms, Zerglings tearing up the mineral line, and it looks like REYNOR here maybe going to continue that dominant streak against Big Gabe in the biggest events. And ASUS is a big tournament with a big prize pool. So unlike the weekly cups where Gabe seems to do a little bit better, REYNOR, he's up 2-0. Whew, only needs 1 more. All right, he's looking smashing so far in this one. Literally. Kill, crush, destroy. He's up 2-0. Despite what I thought was a really clever start in that first game. And even that game, that last game, there was so many ghosts, but he just found the multi-prong. And honestly, like, he is just engaging a fundamental thing of high-level Terran versus Zerg, which is, this is Clash as REYNOR, realizing that Terran has better units than Zerg. Protoss has better units than Zerg. They can't make him as fast, they can't run as fast, and they can't be everywhere at once. And especially when you look at things like the supply efficiency and danger of Banelings in a mineral line. I mean, if you let Heromarine dictate where these fights are going, it looks like it's going really well. And REYNOR is like, you know what? You know when Heromarine doesn't look so godlike? Is when I attack 6 places at once. And some of them are just a few Zerglings or a few Banelings. But it forces Heromarine to react and to deal with that, and that, and that. And then there's the Nidus, and then there's a Masserling Bane Lurker crushing his third. Too many things for him to deal with. Does he put more Widow Mines out there? Does he need to keep those Banshees alive to spot for these counterattacks? Did he let the creep get out of control in the last map? I think there's an argument for that. I think if you don't let those Queens snipe your Banshees, it can look completely different. This is Mouse Heromarine. He's going to go for the SCV scout. No risks for Big Gabe. Down 0-2. Doesn't want to go out to an early pool, I guess, or an early roach attack. Fair enough. This does make sense. Honestly, though, I feel like he's in a really tough spot. And you know what, guys? We're missing music right now. Oh my God, it's too silent. My favorite soundtrack. Let's go. RimWorld. The SCV there, going to see the natural. All right, what do we got? Marine there on the way. Factory on the way. So the question is, does a second gas go down? The answer is no. Heromarines playing a 3 command center. 3 CC as we call it, guys. Oh. It's kind of funny. As I say that, I'm explaining what 3 CC means, which normally sounds just like a StarCraft thing, but our Australian brand of corn chips, our Doritos competitor, is called CCs. And now I just can't stop thinking about eating some fresh guac and a packet of delicious corn chips. God damn. Reaper's coming in. You're going to start to bounce that queen around. I'm actually really hungry. There may be a lot of food analogies to come. This Reaper there does take a bit of a beating, though. Gets damaged. We'll have to inject those drugs and heal on up. 3rd CC is on the way. Overlord's around the back for REYNOR. He's going to try and sneak into this dead space. Coming in from a bit of an odd angle, though. He could get spotted and killed there if there was an SCV in position. As it is, REYNOR is going to be spreading creep forward. The queen, you can see she's guarding her little baby. Zerg is the one civ, the one race that protects cancerous tumors like they are newborn babies. Like honestly, you look at how careful. She's like a mother magpie. By the way, guys, really happy. It's almost the end of October, almost November. And what I realized, it was a magpie lark, which is not as big as a regular magpie, not quite as aggressive, but the fucking bird that keeps swooping me in the tree on the corner of my street, it's finally stopped. It's finally just looks at me and maybe squawks at me as I walk past its tree. No, weeks and weeks and weeks of every day, it's like, and it would come down. And one time, it pecked my head once last year. I was jogging and I just felt this little light peck on my head, and I was like, it was so light though. I was like, what? And I turned and it's like, it's right behind me and it's flapping its wings and it's looking at me with the angriest look on its face. But finally, it stopped swooping me. So I'm guessing it's either laid its eggs or finished breeding, or its babies are getting old enough that it's not as stressed. Whatever it is, it's basically stopped getting super aggro when I walk past its tree and standing over my head, flapping and squawking at me angrily, which is kind of nice. So, yeah, I kind of imagine queens are kind of the same. You go, like, they're totally chill, and then you go near their creep tumor during creep spreading season, and they're like, get the fuck away from my babies! And you're like, whoa, calm down, Mrs. Queen, Mrs. Lava. Don't need to be so fucking aggro all the time, do you? Ling's coming in. They're going to go for the 3rd base. Have a look around. Hellions going to have a bit of a pokey poke. Doesn't want to dive, though. Lair's coming up. So it looks like a 2 gas. We'll see probably double Evo upgrades in Bane speed at a similar time. 3 racks coming in. Where are the... Okay, engineering bays are in the wall. So this is a really solid wall. And he's even building extra depots with it. Nice. So we could do like a 4 depot wall or something. So it's really hard to bust in if he really wants to. But what's cool here is that it's very thick. Downside, if you do lose these eBays, oof, that hurts. Fresh mule! Oh, it's a freshie! He gets a fresh mule there. That's worth it for 3 Zerglings. Fresh mule, 225 minerals down the drain that Gabe does not get to harvest. Worth losing a few Zerglings for that, as well as the SCV mining time. Very nicely done. Evo chambers are up. Bane speed has started. Doesn't quite have the gas for 1-1 yet. He's forgotten to put on that 3rd gas. Very quick 4th hatchery down just after the 5-minute mark. And that's a good reaction. You see there's a 3rd command center as REYNOR. You want to get that 4th up nice and early. Oh, he actually saw it, guys. He queued the Hellions to do an A move, but he didn't. He saw it, but he didn't see it. He didn't notice it. Thankfully, he's left his Hellions at home, so he might be okay. Just a slow Baneling waddle. Heromarine. Oh, and look at that. REYNOR's waiting for him to be distracted. So now that he sees there's a drop being looked at, REYNOR runs his army at the drop to pull his attention. And the Banelings. Oh, he gets 6 SCVs. Not bad. And gets 1 or 2 Marines there for a few Lings. But that's classic Zerg versus Terran, guys. Walking Banelings into a mineral line on their own, pointless. But he had them ready on a control group, and the moment that he saw Gabe's drop was here, he A-moved his army at the drop to pull his attention there, and immediately had his Banelings walking the mineral line at the exact same moment. Heromarine on the left side. We've got a tank there as well. More Banelings. He's going to keep doing Baneling run-bys. Oh, that tank's going super far forward. Super aggro play, but good spreadies. Ooh, okay. Loses a few Aliens and Marines, but he clears up a lot of Banelings. He's pushing in so aggressively. He's got a spread, man. That's so many Banelings. So many. He's going to have to pick up. Yeah, he's going to have to pick this one up. Focuses down a few. Picks up the last second. Does pull them back. He's going to split it off. Use it as a drop while pulling the other medevacs home to heal. Third base. Oh, if REYNOR, I kind of wish he just ran in there because there's nothing to defend right now. Good reaction by Heromarine. He just blows up the depots. He's like, yeah, no worries. I'll just kill your depots. Supply block you. Not too bad. Not too bad. REYNOR 73 workers up against the 64 there of Heromarine. Heromarine does have just 1 factory building tanks, 5 barracks building marines. He's going to build libs. Whoa. He's building 2 libs. Oh, Gabe. These are the sort of gambles he used to never take. That's not enough to one-shot there. But the Baneling, ooh, there's a tank. Nice job. The tank does clean that up. Okay, Zerglings are deflected. Drop in the middle of the map starts to rotate. Drop on the right, holding the watchtower. Just trying to fight for these watchtowers. Gives a fair bit of map control in this matchup. REYNOR is really throwing the kitchen sink at Heromarine in terms of keeping him off his third. But you can see it's a 2-to-1 units lost rate. So units lost, really bad for REYNOR. I don't mind the style from REYNOR because he's obviously keeping the resource, like the income. Sorry, guys. Way ahead for REYNOR because he's not having to pull workers off his third and he has a 4th mining. Problem is, it's very cost inefficient. So I prefer that move when you're at 85 or 90 workers. 78 workers, it's okay, but it's not as many. Oh my god, guys! He's gonna go for the look at that! Oh my god, the Banelings aren't there. He's gonna siege the libs on it. Is this gonna work? No way. Okay, but he just pulls back. He's like, no, that's fine. I'll go hit the other base. Oh my god, this is such a dirty move. And look, he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna unload. Okay, now I'll unload. I'll unload now. Oh my god, and the queens, they're not gonna beat those libs. Oh my god, he needs more spores. Oh, this is so annoying. This is so annoying. Heromarine. Guys, this is some Wings of Liberty Korean style shit. Like this sort of fancy shit is like how every Terran tried to win every game in Wings of Liberty. Oh my god, this is so dirty. It's working really well. The queens, look how quick they go down. 2 libs overlapping. If he engages just 1 lib, maybe. But look, he's taken too many shots. The Baneling's blocking him there. He's going to try to come forward. The libs are actually going to just go past. Ooh, a bit of miscontrol there. Oh, but he's got another Marine lib push. Oh my god. He's realized REYNOR's playing Mass Ling, and he's like, yeah, you know what? You just have fuck all that shoots up. Banelings come in, they only get a few SCVs. And look at this, there's no answer to the libs. He can just keep unloading the Marines. And if he ever gets rid of those queens, REYNOR is dead. If REYNOR loses his queens, he loses the game, guys. If he loses his queens, he will not be able to defend the follow-up waves. Heromarine pulls back. He's going on the right side one more time. He's continuing lib bioproduction. He's trying to get into a 4th base behind it. And look at that. Every time you go in, Baneling's getting picked off by libs. I think that lib's a bit too far back on its zone, though. I think you gotta be punishing them a bit sooner. Queen's coming forward. He's going to get rid of 1 Liberator. A few Marines get saved. Spore doing some damage. Widowmine on that right side keeps firing. It's up to 20 kills. It's a Commander Widowmine. That's right. They promoted literally an AI-driven fucking automated explodey bomb to a Commander. This tells you everything you need to know about the Terran Dominion. Yeah, hey, that robot killed a lot of shit. You're a fucking commander now. You tell us what to do. It's just like, I don't know how to give orders. I just make explodey. They're like, well, explodey it is. Yeah, they just start fucking throwing grenades around. Oh, how are his SCVs still alive? How? Oh my god, that's gonna be a big boomy. But you know what? Most of the SCVs survive. There's still Widowmine lib being so annoying. Finally, REYNOR clears him off his side of the map. More rando Banelings in here. The lib's on siege at the wrong time. Ow. Army's coming in. Okay, who's winning? What the fuck is happening in this game, guys? 64 drones versus 53 SCVs. It's 1-2 upgrades versus 2-1 upgrades. But Big Gabe has +2 started. Did his 4th command center finish? There it is. He's making a planetary over there. So that's big. If he didn't have a 4th command center, I'd be very worried for Gabe over the next few minutes. But he's got libs harassing. The Commander Widowmine's up to 24 kills. That one's got 7 kills. So he's got these little peppered Widowmines being super annoying. And he's got a 4 lib plus double drop Marine squad that wants to go and be a dick in the butt, a pain in the ass, sorry, is the term. Finally, the Commander Widowmine does get sniped, as does the other one. REYNOR clearing up his side of the map. He's going to start to clear the creep tumors up as much as he possibly can as well. Liberator on the backside does surprise REYNOR, but a quick response from him. Spore Crawler will come in. Doesn't have a Spore on the natural, though. Quick reposition on that could be lovely. Of course, he's distracted on the right side of the map. He says, oh, you want to deal with this? Come back into the freedom zone. Come and get your freedom, you Zerg player. Come and get your cheeky freedom. This isn't about your minerals. We're not here to take your minerals. We're here to give you some freedom. Enjoy. I hope you enjoy your freedom, Zerg player. Big Gabe there, a little aggressive, I've got to say. I don't know if I trust this freedom offer that he keeps touting. I think it may actually not be real. No. There's burrowed banelings there. Doesn't fire them. Okay. Dude, the way Gabe is setting up these pushes is so annoying. Ooh, he was not expecting those Banes to finish. Remember, guys, Marines are one of the stupidest units. They are literally the kids who drop out in preschool because coloring in is too hard. Oh my god! As he takes some big friendly fire Widowmine, it's a lot of Zergs dying, but the point being, they will look at a Baneling cocoon and go, oh, it's a cocoon. Maybe a butterfly will come out of there, and they won't shoot it. If there's anything else nearby, Marines will be like, nah, it might be a pretty butterfly. We don't want to kill that. They'll let it morph into a Baneling, explode on their fucking face before realizing it's a threat. So just a heads up, guys, Terran don't really understand the danger of cocoons. Oh god, that was like 7 Banelings to a Widowmine. Dude, the way Gabe is controlling the flanks of this map is incredible. He's got so many Widowmines. Oh, this is not just a minefield, this is a problem field. Oh, as his Widowmine shoots down one of his medevacs that had Marines in it, it's a bit too much of a messy fight. He didn't have enough bio on the ground, and remember, he's got no Marauders, so he's playing a very low hit point style where he's kind of just relying on picking up rather than, he's saying pure damage output, mines, Marines, Liberators, mines, Marines, Liberators, momentum, tempo, mobility, right? Gabe's playing a style to abuse the massling into ultra style that REYNOR wants to be playing here. And it's kind of cool. It does have some fights where it backfires and looks really like, oh god, friendly fire. But I feel like it's a pretty small minority in the midst of it because he kills everything so quick with the Marine count. Remember that Marines are the highest DPS kind of army you can get in general. They shoot up, they shoot down, they shoot fast, and they shoot hard. Their Gauss rifles taking REYNOR's 5th base to Cucktown. REYNOR's back to 4 bases right now. REYNOR is down in workers. The 4th is up. There's a 5th command center floating over. A 6th command, 5th command center building. Main base floating over. Marines there, chasing back. A lot of Vipers are here. Ultra Cavern's on the way. But dude, he's only got +1 melee. REYNOR's down 2 whole upgrades. And oh my lord! This area of this map has been an absolute shitfest. It has been so bad for REYNOR over and over again, just getting blown up there. Dude, very nice play there on 2000 atmospheres. Heromarine finally getting a point on the board with a drastic switch up of styles. All right. Let's go, guys. Down here in the bottom right, this is REYNOR. And he's going into his favorite map in the entire map pool. It's Blackburn, guys. Now remember, Blackburn is a really good map for Terran to push you on. So Heromarine is going to be really happy. I would say, though, the main problem here is that REYNOR thrives in multi-pronging his opponent. When Gabe gets out to a 3rd, you have, where do you attack? Here. Here. 1 Terran army here stops both of those. It's really easy to wall off, and it's so far for the Zerg to get around to even counterattack in the top, and to get up there, they've got to move so far out of position, and then what are they going to do? If they're blocked there, they've got to rotate all the way back. So as the Zerg, usually you expand to the top right corner. Taking the gold is a trap, you don't take the gold. And then you try to take this base and this base at the same time as your 5th base locations. And you're very exposed. You're within spitting distance of the Terran 3rd or 4th that can go down here. Mech can be very powerful here. And REYNOR's abilities against Mech on this map, how do we say? They leave something to be desired. It's a little bit like watching your friend that's like, yo, Zerg vs Protoss is so hard. And then you like watch them play, and because they know they're playing Protoss, they play like 1,000 MMR lower than their skill level because they're tilted before the game starts. I'm not saying REYNOR's a baddie. I'm saying REYNOR doesn't look like REYNOR sometimes when he plays ZvT on this map. He's like, he's playing mech. He scouts it. And he's like, I'm going to make 100, I'm going to make 100 mutas. And it's like, but he knows you're going mutas. He's on Mass Thor, Widowmine, Psycho. And he's like, but this map's bad. Like REYNOR just, I've seen him make a lot of bad decisions on this map. I think my favorite decision I saw him make was when he tried a really cheeky all-in on this map against Clem, where he did a 0-0 Bane speed all-in off about maybe 50 drones. It was super Vanya style, but it got spotted by Clem. So Clem, he wasn't sneaky enough with it, REYNOR. So Clem just pulled back, defended, whereas REYNOR was kind of hoping for him to move out, and then he would swing in and collapse on his economy while crushing the army. Didn't quite work out though. As it is, Heromarine is here to get the tax. He says, the Reaper's here, you gotta pay the tax. And the Zerglings say, nah, no, we don't. What has the Reaper ever done for us? We don't have to pay your tax, you stupid asshole. You're just a Terran bureaucrat. We're individuals, we're free thinkers. It's part here of the hive. The Reaper's like, I think that's actually the opposite of being a free thinker. I think if you're in the hive, that's only one step away from being in the hive mind. It means you guys are all basically just appendages, you know, devoid of free will or critical thinking or anything like that. Like you basically just do what Abathur says. And he's kind of programmed you guys that way. So Abathur is basically the architect and you are but a creature within the Matrix. The Queens are like, oh, the Matrix. I love those movies. The second and third one especially were fantastic. We love them. Probably the peak of artistic cinema. We also think the ending to the first Matrix movie was perfect and couldn't be changed in any way ever. We just also heard about this Hobbit film. We watched that the other day. Favorite movie ever made. Those dwarves were so funny and the action scenes were fun. The Reapers run away to go vomit because he can't listen to their fucking views anymore. It's hurting his brain. Meanwhile, Hellion Viking on the way behind that Reaper. Third command's fourth gas on the way. He's going mech, right? He's going to play mech. I like it. Makes sense. As I said, REYNOR plays pretty bad against mech on this map. Overlord sees him leave, though. He comes in, he sees the 4 gas. He should know this is mech. It's already the map where mech's good. And now you come in, you get 2 SCVs for a couple Zerglings. You even see the Overlord. Oh, this is a great start for REYNOR. Great start. Really well done. Pulls the pressure home, allows him to get his creep pushed out a bit further while the Hellions aren't there. Oh yeah, don't you think the Hobbit just needed a few more singing scenes? It would have been even better. Yeah, my favorite was the 45-minute musical sequence at the start with the dishwashing. It was just so cool. It was so relatable. Yeah. Oh, that was a big creep tumor. Oh, hard to get that one out. Anyways, Viking's going to come over along with a Reaper. Baneling Nest is on the way as well. Spore Crawler's there coming on in. Queen's going to... Oh! And in and out. In and out. The old Abe Simpson there. Queens, can they save it? Oh, they couldn't quite get in range. One of them stuck behind each other. She's like, let me at her. Bertha blocking Brenda there. Brenda not able to do it. Big Bertha getting in the way. Behind this, guys, he's going back into bio because he's been spotted. He got spotted going 4 gas. So he's like, oh, actually, wait, did he never take the gas? Surely this wasn't always planning to be bio. No. Maybe he canceled the 4th gas? I'm pretty sure, yeah, because this is really inefficient. He's so slow into bio. This is a terrible bio build, guys. He's hiding a lib. Yeah, so it's purely, he got spotted wanting to go mech. He's swapping back into bio. You guys let me know if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure. that it looked like it was going to be a mech build. Because otherwise, I don't know what that gas is for, right? He's got 250 gas. He's only mining with 2 on one of them. I really think either he was planning to fake mech from the start, or he was planning to go mech and then he swapped back into bio. Either way, sick mind games. No Roach Warren yet, though. OV speed's on the way as well. So REYNOR's going to be scouting pretty well. He's got good creep. He's up 10 workers right now. He could actually be insanely greedy in this game, but he doesn't know it. So REYNOR's already building a lot of Lings and Banes, adding spores in the main, because he's like not sure what actually is coming his way. This is really good for Heromarine. If REYNOR chose to play very greedy this game, he would have a free pass to 80 drones, and he'd still be able to defend everything Heromarine sent his way. So That's one of the gambles you take when you do an inefficient opening like this. Banelings get caught by Marines. They can stim. Does he get to creep? He might save him, actually. This could be good for REYNOR. Ah, nice micro by Heromarine. 5 Banelings for a Marine or 2. Well worth it. Liberator's still alive in the back, being a nuisance. These Hellions will get caught. REYNOR happy to take this around. Viking down there in the bottom. And of course, you know it's bio now, so you're actually okay with this. Liberator comes back in, gets 2 drones. Oh, Reginald, the Liberator pilot, doing fantastic. And, uh-oh, Queens are going to take it out. Oh, he shoots his own Overlord. REYNOR, easy there, buddies. All right, Marine's coming forward. He doesn't have enough energy to keep scanning there, though. Second factory goes down on the low ground. Armory is just going down, so 1-1 won't be able to start straight away. That being said, 1-1's so slow for REYNOR. REYNOR very slow on those 1-1 upgrades, guys. That's super duper slow. Great spores there. And yeah, you gotta unload in spore range. That never feels good. Oh, he's gonna pull back 1 medevac. Okay, he's gonna clear the spore and then come back in once he's created a free little zone there. And looks like the Queen's skirmishing in the middle of the map. Ling's come forward here. He's gonna try and clean these spores up just to open up future drop paths. Does lose a couple of Marines there, but keeps the medevacs alive, so not too bad. In the middle of the map, a Queen goes down. Watch out for the Widowmine splash. Gets a Baneling, damages the Queen. Picks up, saves the Marines. He's also there. Looks like one of the medevacs died to the spores. That one there, I believe, has a kill. Yes, it does. 1 kill. Okay, 2-2 upgrades need to start, man. Keep that upgrade lead. He's so far ahead on upgrades. Gabe, though, he saw so much success with the multi-prong. He wants to do it again. There we go. 2-2 does start. He's got a 30-second lead on the upgrades for now. Obviously, if REYNOR forgets his 2-2 for a little bit, has a bit of delay there, which is very natural, then that definitely could happen. Ling Bane coming down to clear this up. Creep spread looks good in the north side. Still, Widowmine's making it hard. This base is pretty much undefended right now, but REYNOR just not finding any ways to put pressure on. And Heromarine using the map's architecture to be the one dictating the pace in terms of the battle. Shoots down the Baneling, saves the Marines. Once again, engage and disengage is the name of the game. Let those Widowmines work. And he doesn't bring an Overseer over here. Does he even have an Overseer? No Overseers out for REYNOR. Oh, this is a big mistake for REYNOR, guys. Big mistake. And he's got to get some Ling Bane counters going. There's nothing guarding the 3rd or the natural. He's letting Heromarine bring his entire force to bear. And that's not good for a REYNOR who hasn't broken any of these rocks down on this map yet. Okay, good Widowmine hits. A few Marines go down, but lots of Ling Bane as well. Oh no, he unloaded the Marine drops on the Zerglings. That's not good. Ooh, damn. Bit of a multitasking mistake there from Heromarine. But he's got a 4th base up. His macro is immaculate. Immaculate macro for Biggest Gabus. Still 2 Widowmines in the top. I have a feeling those are going to be very effective later on in this game. These Widowmines still firing. Where's your effing Overseers? He finally brings an Overseer in on the south side. Why was that so slow, mate? He needs more than that as well. He should have one in the top side with his Ling Bane that's up there. Looks like he's getting ready for a bit of a backstab, but at this point, Heromarine's, I think, a bit more respectful. And burrowed Banelings come in. They burrow in range. Heromarine with a good scan. Picks up the drop, loses the Viking. Oh, wee! Ouchie, 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 ouchie. That's a field of Youchie right there. Marine drop, and he's going to come in. He's going to save the SCVs. Well, that's cute. Oh! Ow! Oh, I hear a Marine. Oh, he loses a lot of Marines. Doesn't lose every SCV, but he's losing the depots. He's been pushed off this base. Oh my gosh. Okay, it looks like this might just be it. He gets the lift, kills the factory, kills a bunch of depots. Widowmines come in and kill 10 drones. Not bad. A Liberator. Okay, Heromarine has some stuff doing damage on the other side of the map. That Liberator is going to do a lot as well. He does push back, but he loses so many depots. He's at 122 out of 108 supply against a 150 supply Zerg. The Liberator will very slowly get cleaned up. Looks like the Spore and the Zerglings cleaned up the guys behind the gold. Lurkaden, 16 more drones on the way. REYNOR here is way ahead, and he's looking to just continue this aggression. A Widowmine there with 23 kills. A few good Widowmine shots can be a game changer. The Liberator re-sieged! It re-sieged! Brenda goes down! And the Liberator there says, how about a nice tall glass to get fucked, Zerg player? And he's going to have to move a Queen up there. He's got 2 Queens there, but REYNOR seems to have lost track of them. He's A-moving his Hydra Ling to deal with this. Does manage to take it out. 1 Hydra there. Does come in big. He's got muscular augments, doesn't have grooved spines yet to go with his grooved brain. REYNOR definitely not a smooth brain for those who are wondering. Adaptive Talons on the way. He's going for Adaptive Talons before Seismic Spines. Interesting. So there's some upgrades that are being missed right now by REYNOR just because he's gas starved. We'll see if he remembers to get those later on. 3-3 is on the way for Gabus. He's got to watch out. Burrowed Banelings all around this map. And he lost his second factory. So right now, Gabe is working on borrowed time. He's only building Marines. Gabe looks like he's going all in with Marines and a tank. Guys, if you're at 12 minutes and you're just rallying Marines and a tank and some medevacs, that's not good. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's fucking bad. That's atrocious. Like, he needs to rebuild factories. Okay, he's got a second. Okay, he did build. No, he's got one factory. That's the one he lifted off the reactor. So we can't build Widow Mines. He's building tanks one at a time. I mean, you can do a lot with Marine Tank Lib, but it's very fragile. It's only if the fight goes correctly. Ooh, there's not that many Banelings in there. They don't have range yet, the Lurkers. Ooh, Banelings get a good hit on the Marines. Liberators are going to help a lot, though. Oh, abducts. But there's not much anti-air. Abducts into the Liberators, come back, and they re-siege. Okay, REYNOR's got to back out. He's not going to find anything else here. So not able to crack any of the bases of Heromarine. This drop does unload, lose all the Marines. Once again, Heromarine with a few of those little errors, his drops just not being babysat, and Heromarine does get on top of them. And these Lurkers are gonna, wow, that's a big mistake from REYNOR. He thought it was worth it because he was running in, but he doesn't kill the command center. He only gets 6 SCVs. He loses a lot of Lurkers. He's lost 8 Lurkers this game. Heromarine way down on overall supply, but most of that's in workers. Seismic Spines will be done in a few seconds, and there's a whole lot of Lurkers morphing. Heromarine is trying to shove in. There's no Banelings here. It's a kind of wild fight from REYNOR to attack here without Banelings. That's a crazy engagement from REYNOR. I mean, it bought time for the Lurkers, but he should be making some extra Banes, I think, in the mix here. The way Heromarines pushing into him. Okay, he wants to be just Lurkerling Hydra focused. That does make sense. He doesn't have many Hydras, though. The tanks and the Libs being a big nuisance. REYNOR's going to have to give up ground here. I think he needs to fall back. He's struggling to kill these Liberators as they come forward. He doesn't have enough anti-air. He's killing like one Lib at a time, but now his Queens are going down. That's the last layer of anti-air. Oh, no. Has Heromarine actually just pushed in with a few tanks, Libs, and Marines? REYNOR giving up way too many Lurkers and units on the aggression on this map. And suddenly Heromarines back in the game. He's in between the rallies. Those Lurkers can't get down that ramp. Whoa! He pushes up the ramp into the Lurkers. I don't know why REYNOR runs siege there. He could have killed like 30 Marines. That was a big mistake from REYNOR. I get when your opponent pushes, you think there must be a reason. He's confident. Otherwise, why would we take that fight? But that was a slaughterhouse. Heromarine just stepped into the slaughterhouse, and REYNOR put down his butcher's knife and stepped back. That was the opening he needed. He's got to get rid of this Marine count. He's got to get rid of some of these tanks. He's going to go for it. Blinding Clouds go down. He gets a big Lurker siege. Oh, this is the break he needed. I think he can break out, but the Marine spreadies are so good. The Banelings run out in the north. The Banelings run out in the south. There's still tanks alive. That's not enough. Heromarine getting a good enough fight, and I cannot believe he comes back into this game. REYNOR once again runs up against the wall that is Blackburn, and we see that he has a mental block on this map because he had won this game, all but won it. He was in a dominant position, and he so quickly gave up his back and let Heromarine choke him out. That was, it's just, I don't know, it looked almost like laziness or cockiness, but an odd choice and something that we see time and again from REYNOR on this map. He's going to go for a desperate Ling run by. Last-ditch effort. Does catch the rally. Not bad, not bad. I would have liked to see that much earlier when Heromarine was first pushing him, though. I don't think he needed to be engaging with Mass Ling Hydra when he was first moving up into his business. REYNOR's still got a good economy, but he's lost so much position as well as army. I don't know how he ever catches up on that army. The gold base is ransacked. The third's ransacked. I say good economy. I guess I meant good work account. His income sucks. And the Spores here, the last line of defense with a few Hydras and Queens. But Gabe, he knows he's got the advantage. Drilly Boy is going to take out those Zerglings with the Marine support. Woo! Gabe's going to take us to game 5. He is. There's no way. There's no coming back from this. REYNOR fighting hard from behind. But a little bit complacent went ahead for sure. Liberator's going to deny that top base along with the Marines, and there's nowhere left to run, nowhere left to hide, and you know when you pull the crabby boys into the fight, things have gone bad. tied us up 2-2. All right, game 5 on Romanticide. It's going to be a beautiful clash to finish it off on one of the most action-packed, biggest maps out there in the pool. It is REYNOR on Clash, and the top left, it's Heromarine. Oh, this map tends to deliver very good maps. Now, big issues we see on it. A Terran, if they can just get towards that 4th while constantly Widowmine dropping, it can be a nightmare, right? A medevac comes in the right side of the map. It gets to here, and it has 3 options. It can cut in to the left, drop this base. It can cut straight into the natural, or it can fly right past, down on this right side flank, and then cut into the main and hit that mineral line. Likewise, a drop coming down the left side of the map comes in, and it can access either this base, or it can come into the main from this side as well. There's a lot of drop angles, and the same goes for Mutalisks on the other side of the map. Mutas can bounce in between all of these different bases as well. So both sides, drops, Widowmine drops, Muta harass, air harass, things that get in from those edges through the dead space are incredibly powerful. And we're going to see who can take advantage of that. Because of that, players love to play Mutas here. Problem, the push through the middle. If the Terran pushes through this middle area, there is these rocks, these sight blockers, all things that advantage the Terran usually, and some brutal positions behind these rocks. Behind these rocks with tanks for Widowmines. A Biomine parade pushing through is very hard for the Zerg to stop. So we'll see exactly how it goes. Command center there. No scout in game 5 for Heromarine. He's going to play a little bit greedier. He says, you know what? REYNOR's not going to 12 pool in game 5. REYNOR probably a little bit annoyed at that last map. I feel like occasionally when I see a game like that, I wonder if REYNOR's too good. So here's me theory for those who don't know, right? Practice matters. And whether you realize it or not, if you're really strong at something, it can make you weaker in other areas because you aren't forced to develop them, because the first area you're so strong in turns into almost a crutch, right? And this happens to everyone to various degrees at all the different things they do in life, right? But especially in StarCraft, I see someone like REYNOR who's so good at the early game at getting ahead versus opponents. As he's going to drop that 3rd on the low ground while defending. Good micro for both sides. He's so good at getting ahead. But sometimes I wonder, it's like, well, wait a second. We talked about that Maru series where he got so far ahead, right? And then he couldn't finish it. And he almost lost that series despite being massively ahead in every single game by the 8-minute mark. And I'm kind of like, oh, is it actually almost like his mid to late game is actually not as good? Because, like, don't get me wrong, there are scenarios when the game's chaotic and he just overruns his opponent in many different directions. But it feels like sometimes he's so used to being ahead at that stage that he does get a little sloppy. And it's not every game. It's not like an ongoing every game. I'm like, wow, REYNOR's really bad at finishing the game. But it's like, I'm like, I wonder if someone like Dark would never have lost the game from where REYNOR was, right? And part of that is because Dark's early game is fucking trash, right? I'm always shitting on Dark's early game. But it's why he's such a god at playing from behind, because he's always playing from behind. Dark has to play like a god in the mid to late game, and he has to use his units perfectly because he literally never sets himself up well in the early game. His early game's so much worse than someone like REYNOR's, right? Objectively, you can go look at their work accounts at a certain point in the game, their supply account. Unless you're counting Roaches as really being worth 2 supply and Ravages as really being worth 3 supply, you're going to see he's nowhere near as good a position as a REYNOR. But he's so good at making comebacks from way behind. Dark is so good at adapting in chaotic scenarios and playing out really perfect late game situations. It's going to be interesting to see. Now, of course, think about that mine game. Remember, this gas started about 40 seconds ago in that last game. It was already mining by 4 minutes. That's not a proper build order. 3 CC. You can see he's built how many Hellions, guys? 4 Hellions, swap the factory, 3 barracks, we'll go double engineering bay, and then he'll think about getting extra gases. So, definitely a mine game in that last game from Heromarine. Does take a 3rd gas now. That's still way later than what it was in the previous game. Before engineering bays, interestingly. Oh, he's doing a 2-on-1. Oh, he's got the very quick 2nd barracks. Sorry, I didn't notice that, guys. My bad. I thought that was a 3rd barracks. I was like, huh. No. He's done a 2-on-1. So this is a bit of a different version of the build, so never mind. Comparison doesn't really hold up. But it is what it is. So he's going to be going Oh, and he's going third barracks before eBay's as well. Oh my lord. Combat shield. He's going to do a giant combat shields timing. Ooh. Ooh, there's going to be a big marine attack for Heromarine. Obviously, he's got 3 bases. It's not a 2-base attack, but his upgrades are a bit delayed. They're a bit delayed there, man. They went down after the 3rd barracks started. Interesting. I think about 4 medevacs, about 35 marines, maybe. Yeah, see how early he starts combat shields? Normally, that's not a super high priority, but he wants to have combat shields and 1-1. And he wants to, and he's already floating the 3rd barracks on the reactor. He's not going to have a lot of support, but he's going to have a ton of marines. Now, REYNOR has a nice quick 4th base up. Kills that guy. The worker count doesn't look that impressive for REYNOR, but he's got all 3 mineral lines saturated and bane speed very early. So I think with the creep spread, the control he's got, he should be looking pretty good. Heromarines going to try to rotate down into the natural. Ling Run By comes in, but Hellions nestled in that corner. Scare it off. Okay, Marines dropping there. It's going to come forward. Ooh, okay, Marines coming on forward. Oh, Queen survives. Okay, but doesn't lose a lot of Marines. That being said, the creep is spreading out. Some protuberances going everywhere. Ooh, ow. Nice micro from Gabe, keeps it all alive. Takes a lot of damage though. Hellions ain't going to be able to kill all these tumors. He should focus on the active ones. He's like, oh man. He's going to have to shoot his own Hellion if he wants that. He's too busy macroing though. Up to 5 barracks, pumping Widow Mines already. No sign of a Spire for the Zerg. He is going to be going up to Lurkers. This is going to be a Lurker game. Second factory on the way. Biomine versus Lingbane. Hydras and Lurkers will come in at Hive Tech. Vipers as well. It's going to be a big old macro game. Now remember guys, Solar is actually the best Lurker player in the world right now. It is not REYNOR. I wholeheartedly believe that. Lurker mid to late game ZvT. No one's better than Solar. Nobody. Now don't get me wrong. Dark can do some things better than Solar for sure, like not get nuked. REYNOR's much better at getting there, and he can multi-prong a little bit better than Solar, so he's good if he can get the Chaos level up. REYNOR's a bit quicker than Solar, but let's see how it goes. It really depends what sort of game we find ourselves in. Ooh, saves the Marines, lets the Aliens take some Baneling hits. Double drop rotates in the main. He's got to be careful using those boosts offensively. Only a few Queen hits and that medevac goes down. That's what I'm talking about. Does keep 1 medevac filled with Marines alive. It's not the end of the world. Still no 5th base here for REYNOR. 83 workers, +2 carapace is on the way, +1 melee about to finish, +2 armor starting up for the Terran. Yes, attack is more important, guys. The players often don't look at their resources, though. They're doing things so quickly. They just tap one button and then the other button. And if you happen to tap the armor upgrade first, it does, of course, get kicked in. And then you got to come back in a little bit when you've got more gas to build the +2 attack, which he's forgotten for now. Bit of an issue. There we go. He does start it up. Drilling Claws on the way as well. Lots of Marines here. The Banelings come forward. He doesn't want to take a big Baneling hit, a big Widowmine hit. Widowmines are still out to the left as well, keep in mind. Liberators, double libs. He's loving the libs. Liberator's a huge part of Heromarines late game in the series, and this is really cool to see because remember, I have talked about how they're a literally unfair unit for a long time and how I'm an old man who can't deal with them. So to see a guy trying to utilize this sort of attention-splitting unit like the Liberator against someone as good as REYNOR, it's very impressive to see. Liberators come in, Marines avoid the Banelings, 1 medevac goes down, a Liberator goes down. Dude, this handling! Crisis management! Dude! Crisis completely averted. And he shuts down the drop in the top. Oh, REYNOR is all over this. Dude, he's just picking up Heromarines multi-prong and slapping it down. Heromarine supply is still sick though. Somehow. A burrowed Zergling or a Changeling. I think it was a burrowed Zergling has to get scanned to allow him to land the 4th. So REYNOR even blocking the expansions with burrow? Marines trying to be annoying. They're not really finding great damage though. Look at the units lost tab. It's like, yeah, it's in Terran's favor. It's meant to be in Terran's favor. And there's plenty of bases on this map. Being a little ahead in the units lost is expected. Or a little, yeah. Being behind as Zerg expected. Being ahead as Terran expected. But being a little ahead or behind, it's not all that much. Overseer, Overseer, Overseer. Okay, he needs to clear up these Widow Mines. This is a big problem REYNOR has had in this series. He's not clearing up Widow Mines. Overseer, Overseer, Overseer. He's got this one here, but these guys have recharged, and that's never a good sign. Takes two. Spready, 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 spready. Ooh, watch out. Gabe comes forward. Okay, drop in the top. Drop in the bot, drop in the top, drop in the bot. Banelings on the face. Widow Mine's clearing the Banelings though. A lot of the units do go down. Both sides trading. Top side though does have a lot of Ling Bane. He could attack that third. Big rally point. Marines elevate onto the high ground. Just using that medevac to get on up there. The spores being very annoying. Ling Bane not really finding the SCVs yet. Oh, good defense here for Biggest Gabus. Biggest Gabus large and in charge right now. And I mean, REYNOR's got to feel the gravity. He's going to say, dude, I've shut down so many waves. Give me a moment. But because he's not getting rid of the Widow Mines and respreading creep, REYNOR is getting pushed back effectively in terms of map control. His Baneling Morph gets found. He's got to cancel those. And Gabe's still being so annoying. He's working these angles so well. Gabe is maxed out right now. He's got +3 attack on the way. Pure Biomine Liberator. 14 Widow Mines on this map. Gabe is not missing a beat with his Widow Mine production. He's just holding that key down. The Marines, Marauders, Widow Mines are relentless. The Ling Bane on the top, going to try and break this. He's not at Lurkers and Vipers yet. Okay, the Lurkers are here. The Lurkers are here. He doesn't have range on them, but I don't think he needs it. Those Lurkers just need to get burrowed underground. Ling Bane, it looks like they took some Widow Mine hits, but they cleared some of them up. The Lurkers can finally defend in the north. 2 Vipers are on the way. One has popped out. She's at 50 energy right now, which is not the greatest. Ooh. Okay. 75 workers versus 75. Good for Gabe. Gabe does not have many extra orbitals. Keep in mind, sometimes you see players lose because they run out of scans. Oh my god! Oh, the Liberators are killing it. Oh my god, they're killing so much. Dude, the Liberators are the unsung heroes of this series. They did it on 2000 Atmospheres. They might be able to do it again here. REYNOR's not dead yet. Heromarine's still going to need to work. And as I say work, his Widow Mines say, we want to make boom boom. Heromarine says, no, no, no. Those are friendly units. We don't make boom on. As 20 Marines get killed by friendly fire Widow Mines. The Widow Mines are like, ooh, we made boom boom. We did good. Once again, regret, no doubt there, in the Terran General who commissioned Fred Flintstone's AI to be used for the Widow Mine. Literally just, me want bang bang, boom boom, dum dum, me not identify which unit's enemy and which friends. Those guys do go down. Giant push on the north. He's only got 4 lurkers. Oh, that was a good pullback. He'll give up the base, but he'll maintain control of a little bit of the area. That lurker does clear out the south side. He still hasn't respread creep here, though. Heromarine starting to smother REYNOR. He doesn't want to give him any room in this. REYNOR was up 2-0. If Heromarine can actually bring this back and seal the deal, what a turnaround this would be. It's a head-to-head matchup where he gets the 4 lurkers as well. Holy shit. It's a head-to-head matchup where people have said, oh, Gabe has a mental block. Gabe can never beat REYNOR. And I totally get why people were saying that at the start of this series. It's because it is historically the case. But recently, with all their online results, it's been getting much closer to 50-50. REYNOR has been struggling with the biggest of Gabes. As I said, he's so huge that his gravity sucks you in. And once you go over it, I mean, it's the event horizon. You can't see what's inside there, but I'm pretty sure it's just a 17-foot tall, 460-pound German lad punching you on the head as if you're his keyboard after he lost a game to a 6.2k Protoss. Meanwhile, Burrowed Banelings on the left. REYNOR misses it. There's too much going on. The units actually kill the Banelings because of the scan and end up blowing it up on their own Marines. Bit of damage does go in. REYNOR back to 4 bases. He's bruised, he's battered, but he's not out. He's still got a good army supply. He's got 3-3. Picks off the Queen from the high ground, though. Gabe just abusing these angles. I think REYNOR's got to be regretting not making mutas, honestly. I don't know, does he, though? It was straight into 2-1-1 into double mine production off a reacted factory immediately. And that build fucks up muta builds on this map because you can't stop the push through the middle of your fourth. So I say that, and I immediately am like, actually, no, I think he picked the build correctly. Because we've seen exactly what I just suggested get battered by Heromarine's opening. And this is it. What what do you do here as REYNOR? Well, you try to reestablish creep control. You've got a big schlong in the middle, but no creep elsewhere. You try to reestablish creep, slowly get to a 5th. And I'd probably aim for this high ground base, because I think if you go to the top of the map, it's just too hard to control that area. I think you've got to push through the front into the middle. That's also not where Heromarine expecting. Force it into more of a direct clash. He's going to go for the Hail Mary Nidus Worm. Ghost Bio coming forwards, gets a few snipes, couple of them. Ducks, get over here, Ghosts! Welcome to Lurker Town! How do you like some spikes up your nethers, mate? The Ghosts say, well, that was a little bit fiercer than my last rectal examination, but you know what? You've got to get these things checked out every now and then. Stay healthy, Twitch chat. Marine Marauder in the top side, going to try and get some lurkers there as well. Just saying, death by lurkers, dude. Ugh, it's got to be bad. Acid to the face from a Baneling, probably not good either, but I gotta say, in terms of all the ways of Zerg death, I think getting hugged by an Ultralisk, probably the most bloody, the least painful, most sudden. That was a big Widowmine hit, Oh, man. Oh, Lurkers, Slings. Oh, my God. Oh, the hatch goes down. Dude, okay, that's huge. Avoids the Widowmine friendly fire. Gets out of lurker range with those Widowmines. He's still got to drop in the north. He's got to be careful. 25 kill. Yeah, another Commander Widowmine. This is the trick. Big Gabe doesn't care about promoting humans. He promotes the robots. Oh! Lots of Zerglings, but also a lot of Ghosts taking a hit from that Widowmine. Oh, it hurts when you see 8 Ghosts get hit by a Widowmine. REYNOR's economy is shot to shit, though. He's not finding any ground, and the Iron Bank approaches. Look at all these orbitals going down. He's getting so many. He's already on 5 orbitals. He's got 3 more command centers finishing up. That's going to be more orbitals. Endless scanned, endless mules. And REYNOR says, well, fingers crossed this fucking works, because I am in trubs. Widowmine's tanks. Bio stimming on back there. I don't think he gets enough out of that Nidus to do anything. Does go down, drop on the north, being annoying. +1 range attack does kick in for the lurkers, which is nice. They're already very high damage units, though. They don't necessarily need it. Nidus on the top. He's got more Overseers coming in. REYNOR's creep spread is being shot to shit. He's only on 3 queens. They're all on injecting duty. He hasn't been able to spare any, and respreading creep is what allows you to claw your way back into games. If you don't respread creep, the Terran stops needing to scan them, and you lose map control. Oh, he gets 3 Ghosts, but he loses a Viper, and the other one's getting EMP'd. A long time till they're useful again. Nidus Worm there. Liberator chases off that Overlord, but another Nidus in the main base, and he's going to try to get back up there, but I don't know if he's noticed it. Ghosts get popped. Oh, that guy just got ripped in fucking half. Tell me that's a good way to go. It's not. I don't care. I don't know if you're going to Valhalla. If you are, you're going there with some pointy spikes in your butt. Marine Marauder Ghost doing a lot of damage. Widowmine, Nidus Worm unloading Zerglings like no tomorrow. But these units holding the door. Hodor, Marauder, and Ghost there, killing all of the Zerglings. They will clean this up. Nidus Worm on the right side starting to vomit out Zergling Lurker. REYNOR is desperate. He's down and dirty, and he knows he needs to do some effing damage right now, but he's not going to find it, man. That Widowmine. Look at the Widowmine. No. Even more Lings go down. Does find a way into the mineral line. Gets a tank at the front. Oh, if he could get on these orbitals, but watch out for the Ghosts. He's got very little support here. This is dangerous. It's dangerous, and that's why. Oh, Snipey McSnipe. God damn. Oh, whoa. Big mistake. The Lings are distracting. Gabe's starting to make mistakes. He does clean up the Lings on that side. The Orbital does survive. The Lingbane Lurker Hydra coming in. The Vipers are there. Another Lurker gets sniped, but he's got to pull back in between those snipes, because Snipe has the same range as the Lurker attack, guys. Dude, this is good aggression, honestly, from REYNOR. He unburrows his Ling, starts tearing down the barracks. He abducts some Ghosts. Looks like he lost one of the Vipers, though, to a snipe. And with the Liberators there, he's going to have to pull back. But he got a bit of momentum, a bit of control. Unfortunately, he can't take this base. There's shit everywhere, and he's only got 1 Overseer. Once again, REYNOR not clearing the Widowmines is actually, I think, what's potentially going to hurt him in this game. This could cost him. If he doesn't clear up those Widowmines, they're firing too many times. The Lings unburrow again. Oh, he's so annoying. And Heromarine so busy dealing with stuff, he's not scanning to clear it. He scans the middle of the map because he's worried about Lurkers, but the Lurkers are on the top. Nidus the top, Nidus the bot, Nidus the top, Nidus the bot. Take the bot. Heromarine has a new base in the bot. He's got a base in the bot. It's in the bot. It's in the bot, but I don't know if it's down or not. In the top, he does clear up the Widow Mine. 2 Overseers. 2 Overseers, good. 2 more drones just went down. It's this guy. He's trying to take this base. Unable to secure it. Those Widow Mines really delaying his expansions. Lurker's burrow. Ghost in the open. Ghost in the open. But the first volleys do hit the bio. And no lings. He's got to run. No lings. Oh, pop, pop, pop. Oh my God, the pimples on their back just go bursty. I didn't realize lurkers could get one shot, but apparently there's some sort of soft spot that the snipers aim for. Must be some sack of bloody bile or some shit. You shoot that and they get one shot, one popped apparently. Meanwhile, Bio goes lib on the right side. If he gets this base, Reynor's screwed. Reynor still has not been able to get a new base up. And he's losing so many friggin' units. Everything's dying. Everything's dying. It's all dying. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Ling's still burrowed. New Nidus Worm pops up in the main. He's desperately trying to distract him. But look at how costly this is. Ooh, stepping into the lurkers is so dangerous though. Ow. Does save some of the units. 22 drones just went down. Lurkers in the main. Liberators though. Lurkers don't shoot up. Liberators causing trubs. Causing trouble. Uh-oh. Okay, he's got to give up this base, does Reynor. He's still got a Widow Mine there. Reynor, you got to clear the Widow Mines. Oh, the Widow Mines are ruining him, dude. It really has been a story of Widow Mines. Oh, man. A Tale of Booms and Bangs, I think is the name of this book. It's going to end with a lot more booms than stabby stabs, bitey bites, needles, and spikes. It's just a little bit more of all of the fucking booms. Too many booms. Too many booms. Still trying to keep this base up, but he's long distance mining and that's all he's doing elsewhere. I mean, Reynor's got fantastic micro, but he cannot get out of that one. And he does have to tap out at the end of that game. Just too cost inefficient. And Heromarine, his Widow Mine's constantly firing, blocking the bases, and just keeping that Widow Mine production up for such a long period of time. You can see the units lost tab there. A lot of Zerglings, Lurkers, Vipers, but overall it was just the denial on the bases. The way Gabe used Liberators, used mine drops, bio drops, and he just kept working the angles. This area down here, right? He kept using this area. He kept pushing here, pulling back, dropping here, clearing the spores, pushing the top, and just coming in around all the edges. It was like non-stop setting up annoying, frustrating positions to deal with. Absolutely devastating. And Heromarine, from down 0-2, already the not favorite from the start. The not favorite, the underdog. Yeah, the not favorite, but he actually brings it back 3-2. GG, well played. Very nice win there for Heromarine.